Hey there, guys. We've got another Dark Visions Abyss on the JP server, and I qualified to enter it this month. So we've got two encounters, the Infernal Dioxus fight and the Infernal Dark Rain fight. Dark Rain has low defense and high spirit. Dioxus has low spirit and high defense. So they want you to use mages on Dioxus and physical on Dark Rain. But thankfully, there's no immunities, so you can use any damage you want. They just have significantly higher of the other stat, which is very good. That means like physical typed mages aren't just, worthless, etc. So we're going to start with Dioxus. Now, this is the magical fight, and let me just say right now, my mages on the JP server are garbage. So we're going to use a physical team, even though physical is not a good option on this encounter. So I got to tell you right away, our damage is going to be garbage, but I do not care because I just don't have mages that are worth a damn on the JP server. So we're going to go with this, and we're going to do the best we can. So the Dioxus fight is very, very simple in terms of AI. All he does is physical damage, some physical dark damage, and Berserk. So we're going to eat the Berserks with Fledgling Warrior, and he's going to just AoE cover automatically. And the rest of the party can just guard for the first few turns, because we're basically just waiting for turn 5 so that we can SLB Arfina. Now, our Warrior of Light, as you can see, has 600% unbuffed Dark Resist, as well as full evasion and passive provoke. So on this turn, we'll use Return Fina to put up the Behemoth field, and the rest of the party can just continue guarding. We're just waiting until turn 5, basically. And yeah, so we're just covering with Fledgling Warrior, all the stuff, all the evasion. The boss does huge Dark Imperils, but with 600 Dark Resist, you're fine. There we go. So turn 3, we're going to use Prompto to do his 89 breaks, big Imperils, etc. We'll SLB Fina, and the rest of the is going to again just continue to guard. And turn 4, we're going to be getting set up for the big burst. Let's train something real quick on my turn chart. Anyway, yeah, so the boss just does tons of physical damage, some evasion, some accuracy, with dark damage, etc. So we're going to shift Warrior of Light this turn. He's finally not berserked, and we're going to go ahead and just refresh cover on this turn. Noctis will do 150 Amplify, Weapon Imperils, and Modifier buff. Tyvis will shift here. And let's see here. Tyvis will do 150 Amp, kind of whatever, and then a Modifier buff. Return Fina will big amplify our Bismarck Fina because she's only EX1. Will killer buff the party and imbue the party. Bismarck Fina at EX1 has nothing to do except a Modifier buff. And Prompto will shift here. And 150 Amp, Modifier buff, and field. So again, we're going to burst next turn, and we're not even going to kill the boss probably because he's that bulky against physical damage. But again, it's like, if I'm not taking physical units, what am I going to take? Like Swimsuit Fina or something? Like, give me a break. So now on this turn, we'll use Warrior of Light to just put up his modifier buff, so at least we can get a little bit of help out of him. Prompto will shift at LB. Fina will SLB, Noctis will shift at LB, Tyvis will shift at LB, and just for extra damage, we will support chain with Return Fina. And we'll go ahead and deal our damage here, and this is going to not kill the boss, and it'll deal unfortunate damage, but hey, the best we can. 9.6 billion, that's horrible, but I don't have mages, so what are you going to do? And yeah, so now we just kill the boss. Warrior of Light is berserked yet again. So Noctis will, I guess, just fill his LB and keep attacking. I don't know. Double bolting. Tyvis will fill his LB. And actually, we'll do bolting, 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 and fill his LB. Fina will SLB. Bismarck Fina will fill her LB and just bolting a few times. Prompto will go to the base form. I think the boss, no, he's still broken. Prompto will fill his LB and just, oh, that's not bolting. Prompto will fill his LB and just bolting a few times. And yeah, at this point, we're just like pushing buttons for the most part until we get the boss killed. You know, we're not really specifically doing anything special. So we're going to go ahead and LB again next turn and see if we can get some damage in. We're still covering everything with you. The boss is buffing his attack power. We don't really care. Let's see. Fina will LB. Noctis will LB. I think Tybus is back in the base form. He is, unfortunately. So we'll just LB in the base form. We'll LB you, and you will imbue the party. So really all we need to do is... Actually, we'll imbue the party and bolting. So we'll imbue the party and double bolting. So we'll click you, wait just a second, click the rest, and this should be the end of the boss, probably. Hey, there it is, we win. Okay, so there was our super awesome clear on Infernal Dioxus, who is incredibly bulky, but the AI is a complete joke. Now, the Dark Rain fight has a much more involved AI, and I'm going to have to build a more serious team for him, but thankfully the Dark Rain fight is weak to physical damage, so we can actually do okay there. So here's the damage breakdown. Amusingly enough, my EX1 Bismarck Fina did the most damage because she's actually a mage. She's my only mage that is even worth anything whatsoever. And the rest of the party is about as expected. So there we go, and I am ranked 339 without even touching the other boss. That being said, most people didn't even start these fights yet. Yeah, so there it is. Hey, I'm third place on my friends list. But, yeah, so now we're going to go ahead and build a team, and we're going to work on the Dark Rain fight, which is a physical fight. So that one I will do in a different video. So, okay, see you then.